occasionally switch hits. But the 23-year-old, a part of the maximum size 13-strong Kazakhstan boxing team. Beat Kelvin Minor of Kenya in the first preliminary round, the round of 32, with a unanimous point decision verdict. And acknowledging all sides of the arena in the middle of the boxing ring, just before being directed back to the blue corner, is Patrick Chinyemba of Zambia. Tournament number 2 seed, 24 years of age and already a 2-time Olympian, one of the very best boxers in the world. And in the round of 16, he was too experienced for Moldova's teen sensation, Jon Plinga. I say teen sensation, he's just 20 years of age, but it was a typical Patrick Chinyemba display to open his account here after receiving a bye in the round of 32. So we're underway then. 51-kilogram flyweight action between boxers from Kazakhstan and Zambia. And the two boxers couldn't be more different in terms of their approach, because the man sharp shooting from long range from a low held guard is Patrick Chinyemba, the tournament number 2 seed, 2-time Olympian in the games of Paris and Tokyo, despite being just 24 years of age. Commonwealth Games bronze medalist in the most recent edition in Birmingham, and the 2022 Africa champion, the 2024 reigning All-Africa Games champion. Very best from the mighty continent of Africa, and one of the very best boxers in the world. He's been installed as the number 2 seed here, and a compact figure looking to swarm his way forwards and get inside the tentacle-like reach of Chinyemba is Daniyal SABIT. He too has enjoyed continental success, taking his silver in the 49-kilogram division in the edition that was staged right here in Dubai in the United Arab Emirates. So there's clearly a happy hunting ground for him. Will it be a return to the medal rostrum of a major tournament if he can get past Chinyemba here? Good left hook to the body from Chinyemba as he's tucking up behind a cross-armed guard. Can on occasion look ungainly, but the more we've come to see him, and I've commentated on him on all of his major events, including his run to the quarterfinals in the World Championships 2 years ago when I was ringside at the Humo Arena in Tashkent. But what can sometimes look idiosyncratic and maybe a little eccentric is part of this man's skill set. He backs himself to the hilt, and he's one of a cohort of outstanding young boxers from Zambia that emerged on the run-up to what proved to be Tokyo 2021. They were all 19 and 20 at around that time. And the Zambian authorities investing into their boxing program. And of course, for any boxer who makes it through to the rostrum here, it's 25% of the prize money to the coach and 25% of the money to the federation. And it is a considerable amount of money as well, which will go a long way to continuing to train the boxers and harness the talent that exists in the respective nations. Nice left jab to the body from Chinyemba, looking in, going in search of the right hand upstairs is SABIT. So the first round in the book, each man trying to implement different styles. The front foot pressure of Daniyal SABIT and the sharp shooting from long range of Patrick Chinyemba. I happen to think that the man in blue did the better work, but this man was certainly in it. Did he do enough to take it? Some of the action from the opening round. So it's 4-1 in favor of Patrick Chinyemba. Judge number 1 preferring the work of SABIT.
Round 2.
So we move into the second round. Patrick Chinyemba took the first on a 4-1 split, and again, just presenting different postures all the time, trying to keep the opponent guessing and thinking. So Sabit with a bull rush forwards, tied up by Chinyemba. Surely that's the territory where Sabit will be looking to take advantage and work away. Good right cross to the body, wasn't too far away from Sabit. Chinyemba looking to maintain a gap. Nice jabbing to the body from Sabit. And then a right hand over the top, wasn't too far away from the chin of Chinyemba. Seeking to tuck it behind his shoulder and employ the Philly shell. So Sabit getting closer. Chinyemba got to find his accuracy here. Letting a lot of leather go. It's a comparatively low proportion of it that's landing. Here's a good scoring shot to the body. Right hand over the top, not too far away from Sabit, but Chinyemba had spun off the line. So it's a very patient display. That's a wonderful right hand. And look at Chinyemba acknowledge it, trying to get inside the mind of Sabit and just discourage him a little bit, but Sabit remaining concentrated on his task. And to his credit, he's not following Chinyemba around the ring. He's trying to cut him off. Chinyemba moves left. Sabit cuts him off right, as we've seen just there. But he's managing to keep the gap between himself and his opponent. And every success, whether it's clear or not, that Chinyemba produces is met with a cry of yes from his coaches, just next to my commentary position here at the Dubai Duty Free Tennis Center. Showing good composure under fire, Patrick Chinyemba. And again, it's the posturing, it's the showmanship from Patrick Chinyemba. But remember, this is a point-scoring sport, not as it used to be, up until the World Championships of Baku 2011. By the time we got to Azerbaijan 2013, the clock had disappeared, or the counter had disappeared. So the second round completed. It was a better round for Sabit for my money. And I wonder whether there's been enough point-scoring punches from Chinyemba, because he postured and he mean-mugged in the direction of Sabit, but Sabit went about his job. And that industry has seen him take the second round on a 3-2 split. So he's got himself right back into this one. Has Daniyal Sabit, and that is commendable. Because as we go into the third and final round, two scores are tied at 19 points apiece. Two scores in favor of Chinyemba at 20 points to 18, and one scorecard in favor of Sabit. So this has all come down to the final 3 minutes. Patrick Chinyemba, well, now he is letting his hands go, because for the most part in the second round, I'm not quite sure what his tactics were, but he wasn't as busy, and he's thrown more punches in this opening 21 seconds than he did for the entirety of round number 2. So just seeking to stamp his authority on proceedings here now. But remember, Sabit will have grown in confidence from the success that he enjoyed in the second round, which he edged on a 3-2 split. So concentration for both boxers absolutely paramount here now. But a blistering start to the second round, the third round, excuse me, by Patrick Chinyemba. And perhaps just a little too much showmanship and not enough point scoring punches in the course of the second round. Good left hook to the body from Chinyemba. Look, and again, incredible the turnaround that has happened between rounds 2 and 3. Scything left uppercut, inaccurate from Chinyemba. SABIT continuing to walk his man down in a bid to get close. That's an example of the footwork possessed by Chinyemba to leave SABIT hugging the blue corner turnbuckle up here. Nice 1-2 combination by SABIT. Again, crucial that Chinyemba continues to concentrate. There he lands with a 2-shot combination to the body. So remaining relentless in his pursuit of Chinyemba is SABIT. Chinyemba doing what Chinyemba does, trying to unsettle his opponent, showing that he's in complete control and playing rubber legs in the corner. And again, when he's able to get on the move and extend those straight punches, they are very effective indeed. Final left hand on the belt, and I think that response from the boxers, pretty illustrative. Body language from the boxers so often is because they know, and Patrick Chinyemba, I think, has done enough to take the final round and take the contest. But again, switched off a little bit seemingly in the second round to bring this man right back into it, because why Chinyemba was seemingly switched off, SABIT remained concentrated and took the second round on a 3-2 split. So because of the way the scores were, remember we had 2 tied scores of 19, 2 of 2018 for Chinyemba, 1 of 2018 for the man in red. We could well be going to bout review here, but I think it's the man in blue who has done enough.
Ladies and gentlemen, on Ring B, after a bout review, your winner by split decision and advancing to the semi-finals, in the blue corner from Zambia, Patrick Chinyemba.
Patrick Chinyemba with an exultant roar of celebration at having been declared a 5-2 split decision victor. He goes through to the medal stages of a global tournament. It's at least World Championship bronze for the Commonwealth Games bronze medalist, and the best boxer on the continent of Africa will now engage in his customary celebratory salute to all 4 sides of the Dubai Duty Free Tennis Center here. A very good display indeed. He's through to the bronze medal stage, the final 4, and he's at least $75,000 US richer. Patrick Chinyemba taking the final round to prevail on a 5-2 split decision verdict, and it's the number 2 seed who progresses. More showmanship being captured for posterity by the photographers ringside.
Ladies and gentlemen, on ring B, we now enter bout number 367 in an elite men's under 57 kilogram